everybody, my name's Alpha152, and today I'm going to be reading Chapter 7, Eyes on the Stars. Supper time, Charlie called from below. Wonderful, I'm starving, Teddy exclaimed. Teddy, John, Jack, and Annie climbed back down to the campsite. Crisp mountain air smelled of wood smoke. Charlie and Archie were cooking over a campfire. Everyone sat on logs close to the warm, crackling heat. Charlie passed out plates piled with fried chicken, steak, and bread. Teddy spoke to Johnny between big mouthfuls of food. So, tell me everything you're worried about. Many things, sir, said Johnny. Hunters and trappers have overrun the valley. Black bears and wolverines are being caught and killed in steel traps. What? Said Annie. Shh, said Jack. He wanted to hear John and Teddy. Their conversation sounded important. What is the biggest threat to the wilderness? What do you fear most? Teddy asked John. I fear greed, sir. Human greed, said John. Some want to clear the land here and build hotels and shops. Some try to slaughter the most beautiful birds just to sell their feathers for hats. That's terrible, Annie whispered to Jack. I believe I must grieve for the big trees, sir, said John. Some companies want to cut down the mighty giants only to make money. They think the forests are merely factories for wood. Only a few years, one of the oldest trees in the grove was cut down. Oh no, said Annie to Jack. Thieves, scoundrels, said Teddy. Yes, said John. That tree was one of the largest living things on this earth. 1,400 years old. It took 3 weeks to saw down the mighty giant. Annie softly moaned. She put her face in her hands. It's okay, he whispered to her, though he didn't think it was okay. How could anyone want to destroy one of the most incredible trees on earth? Teddy heaved a sigh. Well, you've given me much to think about, John, he said. He stood up and stretched. It's time to say goodnight, friends. I love sleeping in cool, clean mountain air. Keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on the stars. Teddy headed to a stack of blankets prepared by the Rangers. He laid down on them, and within minutes he was snoring loudly. John turned his attention to Jack and Annie. The Rangers have prepared 2 nice piles of blankets for you over there, he said. Thank you, said Jack. Annie kept her head down. Is Annie okay? I'm good, thanks, Annie said in a muffled voice. She's just tired, Jack said to John. So am I, said John kindly. What? Well, get some rest. You both deserve it. Thank you, said Jack. After John left, Jack patted Annie on the back. Come on, let's go, he said. Annie stumbled after him to their camp beds. A good night's sleep will make you feel better, said Jack, sounding like their mother. Annie didn't say anything. Tomorrow will be a really fun day, I promise, said Jack. Thanks, Annie said in a small voice. They both laid down, exhausted and cold. Jack pulled the wool blankets tightly up to his chin. He was half asleep when something woke him up. He looked around. Annie was missing from her bed. Jack jumped up. His heart was pounding. Teddy was snoring louder than ever. John slept on the bare ground without blankets. The Rangers slept near the fire. Jack saw a dark shape huddled near the animals. Annie, he whispered. He hurried and crouched down beside her. Hey, what are you doing? I just want to cry by myself, Annie said. I can't stop thinking about that giant tree that was cut down. For over 1,000 years, that tree held birds and squirrels. It raised its branches to the sky. It felt the wind and sun and the rain. I wondered, did that tree feel anything when they were sawing it down? That's why I kept wondering. She covered her face and shook with a sob. I don't know if trees feel, Jack said. He could hardly bear to think about it. After a moment, he stood up. Come on, he said. Let's do something. Let's climb up to the overlook. Maybe we can see the waterfall at night. I don't feel like it, said Annie. Jack didn't feel it either. But he wanted to do something to help Annie. It could be fun, he said. Okay. Annie wiped her face with her jacket sleeve and stood up. They walked to the dark boulder and started climbing. Jack was the first to reach the top. Whoa, he said. The dark purple sky was filled with countless dots of light. You're gonna love this, he whispered as Annie climbed over the ledge. Oh, she breathed. Billions of stars. Incredible, huh? Said Jack. Yes, said Annie. I don't get it. Where have all these stars been hiding all my life? They've always been there, said Jack. Dad told me city lights fill our night skies now. They drown out the light of distant stars. So the best place to see stars are places like this, places without artificial light. I love those stars, said Annie. Me too. Hey, think about this. Those stars will never go away. Even if the wildness goes away, the stars won't. Annie sighed. Thanks. You make me feel better, she said. Good, said Jack. But he knew she was saying that to make him feel better. Hey, let's try to draw them, said Jack. There are too many, said Annie. We can at least try, said Jack. They both pulled out their sketchbooks as they sat together on the ledge. Jack pressed his pencil against the white blank page. Instead of drawing lines, his magic pencil started tapping the paper. Annie's did the same. The pencils tapped slowly at first, then faster and faster, until the tapping seemed lightning fast. Even as Jack grew tired, his pencil kept tapping. Even after Jack closed his eyes, his pencil kept tapping. Even after Jack dozed off, his pencil kept tapping on the page. And that's it for chapter 7. Alright guys, if you like this, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. This is Alpha.